coaches. Owens at the 5. Looking wedge up in front of James Owens. Out to the 26-yard line. Run, Fellows. First man to make contact, 21 yards. Returned by Fellows. By Owens. Beg your pardon. Here's the Buccaneer offensive backs and receivers. Doug Williams is starting. Melvin Carter and James Wilder, the runners. Kevin House and Gordon Jones, the wide receivers. The offensive line, 5 good athletes, 6 make that. Giles, Revis, Snell, Wilson, Farrell, and Charley Hannah. We'll get to the Dallas defense after this play. Doug Williams starting. Giles shifts backwards and goes in motion. Outside the 30, 32-yard line, maybe 33. Michael Downs had to make the stop. Here is the Dallas defense. Front 4, Jones, Dutton, White, and Harvey Martin. The linebackers, Hegman, Brunig in the middle, and Guy Brown. The secondary, Wall, Thurman, Benny Barnes, and Michael Downs. 2nd and 5 at the 32 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Theo Bell. Split wide to the left. House to the right. This is Wilder. Breaks one tackle. Gets to the 35. Tripped up by Randy White.
It's going to be interesting. We've talked about Doug Williams, a hamstring pull, and he'll be able to do these types of things, to hand off, maybe to drop back. But the big thing is going to be when he passes and he has to scramble, can he do that?
So it'll be 3rd and 2. He shouldn't have to scramble here. Carter and Wilder, the running backs, they operate from the eye. Obradovich also joins Giles, and they have 2 tight ends. Williams drops to throw. Does throw. Misses. Intended for Gordon Jones. Williams looked a little cautious as he set up.
He sure did. That was a surprise. With 3rd and short, they went to their short yardage offense, the Buccaneers did, and I think they wanted the Cowboys to get up tight against run and get that easy little one out there. The Cowboys played good defense.
Larry Swider will punt for the Buccaneers. He's had a good year. Ron Fellows becoming more dangerous every week. Good kick by Swider. Fellows all the way back to the 14-yard line, looking for someplace to go. With not much success. Jeff Davis down there quickly to bring him to the ground. 51-yard punt, 8-yard return. The Dallas offense. Danny White will start. Tony Dorsett springs the runners. Tony Hill and Drew Pearson, the wide receivers. Up front, Cosby, the tight end. Donovan, Scott, Rafferty, Kurt Peterson, at least for a while, and Jim Cooper. Peterson's been hurting. First down, Cowboys at their own 23-yard line. Their first possession. Buccaneers ran 3 plays and punted. Danny White at quarterback. White picks back Dorsett in the round early. This is Drew Pearson. No place to go. The Buccaneers shut it down quickly. Pearson breaks one tackle. Is finally brought down by Cecil Johnson. And a Buccaneer is hurt, and a key Buccaneer is hurt. That's Leroy Selman.
See if we can watch this play again. It's a funny play to start with. A reverse. They start to Dorsett. He hands back to Pearson. The Tampa Bay defense started that way with Dorsett, saw the reverse, and came back in good position. That's good, but this isn't good when your top defensive player limps off the field.
It's like a knee problem. Leroy Selman has been replaced by John Cannon. That can hurt. They're hurting already in the secondary. Now they're hurting up front on defense. Pearson got 4, 2nd and 6. This is Dorsett. Dorsett close to a Dallas first down. Stopped by Scott Brentley. This is what the Cowboys felt they had to do. Establish a running game.
That's right. That's what Tom Landry said yesterday. And then after we finished talking to Tom, we talked to Danny White. They both said the same thing, that they have to run. We have to be able to run. And Tom says we have to do it the tough way.
The 2 runs have netted Dallas the first down. Let's look at the Tampa Bay defense. They play the 3-4. Stalls, Logan in the middle, and now John Cannon. 4 good linebackers. Hawkins, Johnson, Brantley, and Green. The secondary, Thomas, Hope, Cotney, and Colton. Remade. Dorsett again. For about 3 over the right side, trying to find a hole. Dave Logan, who's done a tremendous job at the the nose guard position for the Buccaneers, made the stop.
You know, it was interesting when both Danny White and Tom Landry were talking about the running game. They talked about that guy right there, Tony Dorsett. You know, it wasn't as much we have to be able to run or establish a run. We have to be able to get the ball to Tony and establish Tony. Not bad.
2nd and 6. Cannon is out. Selman is back in. White to throw. See if he can. White is down. The scramble puts him to the ground. Hugh Green led the Sackers. Let's go now to Brent Musburger in New York.
Pat, in Minneapolis, the Vikings Coleman cannot handle the snap as he is set to punt. It is blocked by Doug Rogers of the Falcons. Paul Davis will scramble on top of the ball in the end zone, and the Falcons now lead it 7-0. Back to Pat Summerall and John Madden.
Here at Texas Stadium, there is no score. Cowboys have the football at their own 32-yard line. The sack by Hugh Green tossed Danny White for a loss. It'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, no problem taking the snap at center there. White throws outside, intended for Tony Hill. Incomplete, intended for Drew Pearson. And the pass is incomplete from White. How did you think he threw, John?
I thought he threw pretty well. I don't think that throwing is going to be the problem. I think taking the snap is going to be his biggest problem. Of course, as you say, in the shotgun, he doesn't have to take the snap. We watch him here. He's looking to the right now. That looks like a pretty good motion to me. And I think with that ball pounding all day on him, I think instead of getting better, that thumb will get worse as the game goes on.
And, of course, now Danny White has to punt. Theo Bell back deep for the Bucs. See if it bothers his punting. He has, as John Madden told you earlier, a deep thigh bruise as well as everything else. Off the side of his foot, not a good kick. Takes a Cowboy bounce, but it's out of bounds when it takes that bounce. So the Bucs will take over in pretty good shape. 30-yard punt, no return, and Tampa Bay has the football. Score is Tampa nothing, Dallas nothing. Playoffs get underway. 51 degrees in Dallas, very little wind. Ideal conditions for football, for playoffs. Giles goes in motion. Williams hands off to Carter. No gain. Might have lost the yard. Bob Grunek led the Dallas defense, number 53.
There's an interesting story. Melvin Carver just carried the ball. He was a free agent. Wasn't drafted by anyone in the National Football League. And, of course, he signed on with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, made the team, then became a starter. John McKay said so much for all that money we spend in scouting.
The Tampa Bay offense, as I'm sure you know if you've been following their fortunes, been very difficult for them to get underway in the early going. 9 points they scored the first quarter all year. Almost the same is true of Dallas. This is Carter. Bangs into his own man. Runs into Guy Brown finally, and he takes him down. He ran into Dave Revis and Charley Hannah. It bounced backwards. John McKay said Carver's going to be a good player.
Yeah, he said, how much do they spend in the league per year on scouting?
$16 million.
$16 million? And he said his name doesn't even show up on anything. Maybe they have to spend $32 million.
It'll be 3rd and 6 at the 42. Williams moves Wilder just a bit. Cowboys fake a blitz, and now they come out of it. Williams has a pass bounced out of the hands. Into the hands of Dexter Quickscale, and Dallas has a break. Bounced out of the hands of Gerald Carter. And to Dexter Quickscale.
Tough to throw against this defense. The Cowboys are in their 4-0 defense. 6 defensive back. They have them up there. Quickscale just playing deep, waiting back there. The ball bounces right into his hand.
Quickscale had been up faking a blitz, and at the last minute backed out. Backed into the right place.
Look and see what 6 defensive backs look like. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dexter Quickscale right here is the man that intercepts it, but that's really tough. These guys are all man-to-man here with these 2 deep and free. Now watch what happens. Anytime you get a batted ball, you see the 2 deep guys, they're just playing back there. They have anything that goes deep, but but they're in good position for those types of passes also.
And as you said, John Madden, it is difficult to throw against that defense. Of course, they do blitz from it a lot as well. At midfield, then, Dallas 1st and 10, 9:11 left first quarter. Dorsett and Springs behind White. This is Ron Springs, straight ahead for Sticks. A good charge, a good surge by the offensive line. Rafferty and Scott on the left side. Cecil Johnson on the stop.
That's the guy that did the good job, is Ton Rafferty, the center.
The Buccaneers turnover ratio, the first 3 games, which they lost, the last 6 games. They won 5 out of 6. They won all 5 in the last minute. No scores yet. Pat Summerall with John Madden at Texas Stadium. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the Buccaneer 44. White intended for Doug Crosby, overthrew him. It would be difficult to say so far, and it's early perhaps to make a judgment, but White does not look that confident or that sharp.
I'll tell you, I think the word is confident. Now, he does have those injuries. He does have the problems, but he really hasn't looked confident or sharp in the last 3 weeks, and he's not starting off that way today.
Tom Landry, of course, in the hat. Very dapper individual, one of the best dressed in football every year. And, of course, the most successful coach actively in pro football. On the shotgun, White quickly to Tony Hill. That'll be a first down at the Buccaneer 34. Norris Thomas knocked him out of bounds, a 10-yard pickup.
Did you see Danny White just before that play? He looked out and said something to Tony Hill. He was in the shotgun, looked at him, said something to him, and then he throws the ball to him. Now watch, it was just before that. He said something to Tony Hill, looks at Hill all the way, and throws the ball to him. Oh, boy, those hurt sometimes when you get knocked and rolled around that ground.
Especially when you have a toothache.
And a deep thigh bruise.
And a bad thumb. And can't eat. 1st and 10 at the Buccaneers 34 for Dallas. Will throw on first if he has time. Lost the middle screen, nothing doing. The Bucs had that one played very well. Scott Brantley and Dave Logan and Dave Stalls all converge on that middle screen.
That Dave Logan, number 76 here, he kind of just hangs around that line of scrimmage pretty well. He said he was born to be a nose tackle. I wonder what it's like when you're born, probably square, solid, drink a lot of milk, eat a lot of pablum, always have a bottle in your mouth.
That's what it is to be born like a nose tackle.
I would think so, yeah, square. Probably like to roll around the dirt, play in the gutters.
That I can understand. 2nd and 7. Dorsett swings behind Scott. Couple of jukes, and then he just does what he had to do. Turn it upfield. Andy Hawkins and Cecil Johnson out to make the stop.
Here's Tom Landry. He has that card. We know that he calls every play. A lot of it is pre-planned. He knows what he wants to do, has that card, looks at the card, calls the play, and then sends it in to Danny White.
They make such a big deal about the confidentiality of game plans and cards like that, but I'll guarantee you, if you took one look at that card, nobody would understand what the heck it says.
You wouldn't understand. John McKay has a different type of card.
Not as big. 3rd down 4. On the shotgun, White. First down, Cosby to the 18. Norris Thomas on the stop.
There's a guy who's made a big difference in this team this year is tight end Doug Cosby. He's catching a lot more passes, and he's such a big target in there. Being 6'6", that is a big advantage against these zone defenses. A quarterback can always find a guy like that.
And, of course, physically, he has an advantage over most of the defensive backs, being 6'6" and 230. 1st and 10 at the 18 after that 10-yard gain on the hookup. White to Cosby. Tampa Bay on a blitz. Wide open. Ron Springs incomplete.
officials right there. They had this thing double covered. Watch it from the end zone. Springs was a back on the right. He just rolls out. There's no one with him. Look, there's not a defender around him. 1 foot in, the second foot out. Good call. 2 officials double teamed it. Short and deep. Both agree he's out. You're right, he's out.
He will never be more open than he was, but he was out. And they upset.
You know, the thing that upsets him is you have those plays that you know you can fool them, your trick play, you want a touchdown out of it, and it's out of bounds.
2nd and 10. White to Dorsett. 2 about the 16, perhaps the 15. Dave Stalls on the bottom of the pile. The referee today, by the way, is Dick Jorgensen. The rest of the crew, John Keck. Head linesman is Burl Toller. Line judge is Dick McKenzie. Back judge Roy Clymer. Gil Mace is the side judge. Dick Dolak the field judge. And the alternate is Pat Knight, who played collegiately here in Dallas at SMU. 7 for the Cowboys at the Buccaneers 15. No score. Low snap from Rafferty, but White handles it. Throws in the end zone in the direction of Butch Johnson, but out of the end zone as the Bucs had everything well covered. Penalty marker down.
I'll tell you, how would you like to be Tom Rafferty? The holding penalty against the Cowboys. This will be an interesting call because the Cowboys were going to go for the field goal before they saw the flag. Now, will Tampa Bay decline the penalty, let them kick from there, or put them 10 yards back, give them 3rd down and another shot? I think I would decline the penalty and let them kick it here. It's an interesting call.
Holding, number 65, offense, decline. 4th down.
That is an interesting decision. Leroy Selman in conference with Dick Jorgensen. I might be inclined to take that penalty.
Well, the thing is, that's the good thing, but you still give them another shot at you, and you really don't get them out of field goal position because they're on the 15, they would be back at the 25. Septien, I think, would make it from either point if he's going to make it.
As good as he is. This will be from 33 yards out with Glenn Carano holding. If they took the penalty, it would be more difficult, but as John Madden says, they would have another shot at you. Carano. Good snap, good hold. Everything works, and Dallas takes the early lead, 3-0. 33-yard field goal by Rafael Septién. So the Cowboys put the points on the boards first. 5:08 left first quarter. Dallas leads Tampa Bay 3-0. John Madden, Texas Stadium, where the Cowboys lead Tampa Bay 3-0. 33-yard field goal. 35-yard field goal, they say. Rafael Septién. Owens from his end zone. To about the 22 where he's tripped up by Angelo King.
At least he caught the ball and got it out there. Wasn't that something the way the Chargers started today?
Poor James Brooks.
Fumbled the first one, and then, well, you get that out of your system. We'll get the next one. Fumble the next one, too.
I thought I was watching a replay. Doug Williams, who in many cases has been somewhat maligned, has shown steady improvement. Now I think just about everyone recognizes him as a top-notch quarterback and a top-notch individual. 1st and 10 Buccaneers. Williams drops the throw. Going for a bunch. Got a bunch. And dropped it. Incomplete. Gordon Jones had it and let it get away. Back there with him, Michael Downs. And Doug Williams has got some shotgun for an arm.
I'll tell you, and he doesn't have to step with the right foot or any type of foot. He just throws that with his arm. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just watch that catch now to see if he had possession or not. It looked like to me that he had possession. He has a step. He has the ball. No, I guess he didn't have possession. No, that was another good call by the official. You know, these officials aren't the regular crew. These officials are the ones that worked all year, got the best grades, and then they officiate for the first time today together as a crew. There they are.
78 years of professional officiating experience in that group right there.
That's old.
2nd and 10. That's not a one guy. Here's Williams back to throw again. Pass all almost complete to Kevin House, and he can't hold him to that one. Everson Walls, the defender.
You know, that's the bad thing about statistics. What does Doug Williams have to do? He throws one, it's dropped, comes right back with a good pass, a little hook here to Kevin House. Right there, that goes right out of his hands. You know, and then it'll show in the stats 0 for 2, but doggone, you can't throw 2 better passes than Doug Williams just threw.
Should be 2 for 2 in the career against Dallas, and remember that they almost annihilated him last year in the playoffs when the Cowboys won 38-0. Ed Jones was almost in the uniform with Doug Williams. 3rd down 10. Draw play to Melvin Carter, gets a yard, nothing doing. Randy White and Dexter Clinksdale made the stop. Slider comes on the punt. Number 27 goes back deep for Dallas. 1 10-yard return already today. Slider got off a 51-yarder, his first effort. That one will be just about as far. Good kick. Fellows fielding at his 32. Breaks a couple of tackles. Fellows back to the 47, and the Cowboys have it in good shape. Andy Hawkins made the stop. 47-yard punt, 15-yard return this time. 3-0. Cowboys lead Tampa Bay.
Hunter never wants to kick the laces, so he always has to spin the ball. Let's just watch it. You see Barry Slider catch the ball. Now watch. He spins those laces to get him up on top so that his foot will hit the opposite side of the laces. Nice little spin there.
And a very good drop of the football from hand to foot, which is a key factor in success. He came up with a 47-yarder. First down, Dallas. Dorsett gets the handoff. Swings to the outside, and Tony gets about 4. Moves into Tampa territory to the 49. Knocked out of bounds by John Holt. Last 3 times Tampa Bay has had the ball. Hasn't been too good, has it?
Well, you know, it really has been, because we have to remember in that last thing they had 5 plays, but doggone it, 2 of those passes were dropped, and that would have made a big difference in this thing, because one of those was about a 60-yard gain that they had to bring back and do again.
It'll be 2nd and 7 as Dorsett got 3. Ball at the Tampa Bay 49-yard line. 3:57 left first quarter. 3-0 Dallas. Dorsett goes deep. White falls down. Stays down. Finally gets up. And the Buccaneers converge. Led by Cecil Johnson and Hugh Green.
Let's just watch this again. You know, sometimes coming out of there, you just trip on the carpet. I don't know if that was the carpet or someone's foot. Danny White tripped. Now, he hadn't been touched yet, so he can get up until he's touched. He could have gotten up and either run with the ball, which he tried to do there, or he still could have thrown it after that.
Leroy Selman also helping out with the slam on Danny White. It'll be 3rd down and 11 now. 3.5 minutes left to play first quarter. From the shotgun. Snap from Rafferty. Good. Protection. Good. Brooks Johnson, first down. Penalty marker now is down. 26-yard gain. Colsey on the stop.
I think that's Colsey on the penalty, too. You know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary really don't like Butch Johnson. I think that's going to be the play there, and 15 more yards. You know, you really can't take your frustrations out in the football field. That's too big a thing. Butch Johnson's inside, running up the field. See, he's in that layer between the linebackers and the secondary. Good time. He catches the ball there. And then the penalty came after that. It was after they got up. Let's watch Tom Rafferty block. Now, this is tough to center. Snap the ball, get your arms up, man, right on you. Rafferty does a good job. He keeps Dave Logan right on the line of scrimmage. Little pop there at the end.
After after the penalty. Dallas has it 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They lead 3-0 already. Dorsett springs behind White. Pass is caught and then dropped by Drew Pearson. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Dallas. 3:08 left first quarter. Those of you who've been watching Atlanta and Minnesota, welcome to Texas Stadium. Pat Summerall with John Madden. The Cowboys have a 35-yard field goal by Rafael Septién, and they lead 3-0, but they're on the move and deep in Buccaneer territory at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 10. White is the quarterback. Started and seems to be functioning well. And off Dorsett. Tony buries down to about the 11. Dave Stalls on the bottom of the pile made the first contact.
You know, I think with Danny White starting today, I think a couple things. One, he's proven that, you know, he can play with that thumb and the thigh and the tooth. But the other thing, he seems to be gaining confidence as this first quarter goes on.
It'll be 3rd down and 7 at the 11. Drew Pearson and Tony Hill both split wide to the right. Doug Crosby is lined up as a tight end to the left, along with Billy Joe Dupree. A lone setback. Here's Dorsett. Out of sync. Penalty marker down. Too much time. Dick Jorgensen will mark it off and tell us the Cowboys used too much time.
Offense.
3-0 here. Let's now switch many of you to Tom Brookshire and Wayne Walker, the Atlanta-Minnesota game. It'll be 3rd and 12, 2:24 left first quarter. The ball now at the 16-yard line. Cowboys have it. They've been down close twice. Had to settle for a field goal the first time. They have a challenge this second time. 3rd down, 12. Fake is to Dorsett. White throws in the end zone. Passes. I'm not sure. Penalty marker goes down now. Hat goes down. Crosby did catch the ball.
Yeah, he did catch the ball. Usually when the hat comes down, that means that the official threw 2 penalties. Throws the flag the first time, then he doesn't have that anymore, so he throws the hat the second time. So that means he has 2 things there. Look, Burl Toller doesn't have a hat on. Maybe he threw 2. Other officials, a lot of guys with their hats off there.
Dwayne Osteen was the defender. He's back there in conversation with the official now, and Dick Jorgensen will tell us.
Number 84 caught the pass out of bounds. It's incomplete. Number 84 was an ineligible receiver, and he touched the ball after going out of bounds. It's a loss of down foul only. 4th down.
Boy, a lot of stuff. Let's watch Doug Crosby here. He's coming in motion. I don't know why he's ineligible there. He goes up the field. Now he pushes there, see? That's offense. Oh, I know why. He went out of bounds.
Right.
So then he becomes ineligible.
Right.
He can't go out of bounds and come back in and catch the ball. He can go out of bounds and come back in and block or catch a tipped or deflected ball, but he can't be the receiver.
33-yard field goal attempt then by Rafael Septien with Glenn Carano holding. It's a long call.
A lot of stuff.
Septien hits again. And Dallas moves ahead 6-0. Buccaneers have a player down. But Dallas 6-0 Dallas. Septien about to kick off out of the sunshine into the shadows. James Owens back deep for Tampa Bay. Septien. This one's a good kick. Chases him over to his left to about the 3-yard line, where Owens, who has good speed, comes out to the 25. Knocked down by Michael Downs. Everson Walls also in the coverage, along with Angelo King. This game was not a sellout at midweek, but they got it done. Lines, long lines around the Cowboy offices yesterday, and it is a sellout.
You know, eating that cotton candy is kind of like Chinese food. You go through it and you end up and you still feel like you hadn't done anything.
Doesn't look Chinese. Up quickly. James Wilder, the ball carrier. Michael Downs, leading tackler this year for Dallas, comes up quickly and with effectiveness.
You talk about Michael Downs. We'll see him. He's the safety. He's reading there, number 26. He sees it's run all the way, and he's right up on the line of scrimmage. Let's watch Randy White here, number 54, in that frog stance. Let's see the blocking on him. He starts in to race Snell right down the line. Snell stays pretty well with him. You know, Randy White's another guy that looks a little frustrated.
All those double teams. Here's the inside handoff to Carter. Bob Brudig read it perfectly. For an update right now, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Pat, the Minnesota Vikings get on the scoreboard right here with a field goal against the Atlanta Falcons in the Metrodome. 33 yards by Rick Danmeyer, and it is now 7-3. Let's go back to Pat and John.
Here at Texas Stadium, it's 6-0, Brent. 2 field goals by Rafael Septién. Tampa Bay has the ball at their own 22.5-yard line. 3rd down and 12. They can't get much going offensively. House was the man in motion. Blitz. Williams is hit. Too tall. Jones had an interception. Dutton knocked it out of his hands. Clinkscale is the man who hit him.
You see Too Tall looked up at Dutton, hit the ground, and he said, "Hey, I'm on your side." And now they love each other. He said, "We don't get a lot of those chances, but doggone, when we do, let's hold on to that thing." Let's watch Too Tall here in the rush. He starts out there. He's working against Hannah. He sees the ball coming on the ground. Watch, he's waiting for it. You see what happens, Too Tall, is you have to catch the ball at its highest point. You don't wait for it to come down to you.
That's why he plays defense. Slider hits another great punt. Fellows fields at the 30. Hits to his right, cuts up the field, had a little alley, got to the 42-yard line. Let's go back and look at what almost caused that interception 2 plays ago.
This is what caused it here. This is one that won't go down in the stats. And we see right here Dexter Clinkscale coming. A safety blitz on that. Williams didn't have a chance. He got hit just as he threw the ball, and it looked like a wounded duck that a defensive end couldn't catch.
Because his fellow defensive player knocked it out of his hand.
You know, defensive linemen, they get into hit things. You know, they always have to hit things. Bags and sleds and people and even their own guys. So just a little carryover.
They don't mess with the football too much. White on 1st down, goes to throw and goes. Incomplete, out of bounds. Tony Hill made the reception, but it's called incomplete. He was out of bounds.
I'll tell you, but he was really hit by John Holt. We'll see the end of the play. He was out of bounds, but just as he gets this ball, now watch right here. He's probably going to be out anyway, but watch number 21 come in here. He's zeroed in on him. He's out of bounds. Watch him get him right there. He really gave Tony Hill a jolt. Woo.
Holt with the jolt.
Holt jolts. Hill.
2nd down, 10, 17 seconds left 1st quarter. Dallas ahead 6-0. White sets up the screen to Springs. Tampa Bay played it pretty well. Springs makes something out of nothing and gets about 7 yards. John Holt again made the hit.
John Holt was a little mad there because Springs did give him a little move and he didn't get him where he wanted to. Watch his screen. Springs sets up to the inside. Herb Scott out there gets one block. Now watch a little move there. Gets away from Holt, but then there's a whole bunch of Buccaneers right on him.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3 when we come back. Pat Summerall with John Madden. Look at the 1st quarter stats. Bucs on the left, Cowboys on the right.
Hey, Tampa Bay has been a slow starting team all year. Talked to John McKay about that last night. And he said he doesn't know why. He said maybe Doug Williams tries to make too many big plays too early. I don't know.
slow start's one thing, but no first downs. That's something else. Third down 3. White outside quickly screen. He may or may not have that first down. Norris Thomas came up quickly. Doug Williams 0 for 5 in the first quarter, but that's a little misleading, as John Madden was talking about before. A couple of the passes, certainly at least 2, should have been caught.
I'll tell you one thing, the Cowboys do have some stats, but both times both drives they had to settle for a field goal, and 6-0 really doesn't mean much to this Tampa Bay team, because they're used to starting out slow and starting out and coming from behind and all those types of things. They probably feel pretty happy about this right now.
Only 6-0?
Yeah, it's only 6-0, and we're in the second quarter already.
John McKay, who has never beaten the Cowboys. All of the games that they've played have been here at Texas Stadium. Dallas has the first down. 14:25 left, second quarter. They're in Buck territory outside over the head of Dorsett from White. Scott Brantley out there with him.
He was lucky he threw it over his head, because Scott Brantley was in good position. Let's watch some action in there with Big Dave Logan, 76, over Tom Rafferty. Right there, Rafferty had to snap the ball, but he got the jump. You see that? Really, on a nose tackle in the center, it's the first guy that gets his hands up. And the nose tackle should be able to do it, but that time, Rafferty snapped the ball and got his hands up before Logan did. They usually win those battles down there in the middle of those pits, where all that stuff happens. It wins or loses games.
Rafferty then has very quick hands, you could say.
Good hands.
48. Dorsett skips to the outside to the 45. Andy Hawkins tripped him up. So it'll be third down and long for Dallas. Third, about 7.5.
Let's watch it again and see who wins the battle of the hands here. See, now Rafferty has both hands on the ball. See, now that time Logan beat him, but Rafferty got him turned, and then Logan got double teamed, and Dorsett only made a couple yards anyway. That's pretty good play in that nose tackle guy.
Looked like Logan's helmet and Rafferty's helmet almost were touching when they snapped the ball. Brooks Johnson goes in motion out of the shotgun. White gets the snap from Rafferty. Incomplete. Timmy Newsome was the intended receiver. White just missed him. Let's see the rush.
Tampa Bay rushed 4 men on this one. Their defense, they had a little stunt going. We'll see someone coming from the left. Yeah, it's David Logan. He came on a stunt, and he gave Danny White that shot just as he threw the ball. Got to protect better than that, guys. Good rush.
This will be Danny White's second punt of the day. The first one off the side of his foot only went 30 yards. Went out of bounds, no return. White, of course, will run it. I don't know if he will today with his health, but he's done it before. Allen will take some bounces into the end zone. The end-over-end kick usually does. They'll bring it back to the 20, a 45-yard punt, no return. So the Buccaneers will take over. They trailed 6. Game either. San Diego beat Pittsburgh 31-28. Home field only counts on Saturday. Melvin Carter, a couple of yards as McKay looks on. We've said so many times that Tom Landry is the only coach the Cowboys have ever had. McKay is the only coach the Buccaneers have ever had.
That's tough for a coach, because you can't blame the other guy. You can't say, well, the other guys did this, or they brought in this, or they brought in that. Those guys are the only guys who've been there.
Right.
I'll tell you, they've both done an outstanding job. They're both the only 2 coaches in the NFC playoffs who were in it last year and are back this year.
That speaks well. 7-3, you saw the score, Minnesota-Atlanta. The Falcons leading. Williams goes down the middle deep. Penalty marker down quickly. Kevin House, the intended receiver. But a flag is dropped at midfield. Dennis Thurman was back there with House.
I think that if Williams saw a push by the Dallas Cowboy defense, and that was a good throw. That was a good throw to draw the penalty.
Flag was thrown for offensive interference. However, the ball was not catchable. No foul. No foul.
Anyway, it was going to be any offensive guy anyway. Kevin House.
Let's go back and check it out. No foul because the ball was ruled uncatchable.
Yeah, but they're saying it's on 89. It was on Kevin House if there were a penalty. There's Kevin House. He's guarded by Dennis Thurman. I don't know. I guess that's what they called it. House says it was Thurman. Thurman's probably saying it was House. I don't think it was either one of them. I wouldn't have called anything.
3rd and 7. Line of scrimmage, the Buck 23. Williams drops. He still hasn't completed the pass. He's chased by Harvey Martin. Gets it out. It's almost picked off. Intended for James Wilder. Anthony Dickerson. Dexter Clinkscale. Shot at intercepting, and the defense gets great applause as they come off the field. Williams 0 for 7 now with 1 interception.
Dexter Clinkscale has sure made his presence felt. He's had some big plays, including an interception and a sack. And he darn near had his 2nd interception today.
That's run. Fellows back deep for Dallas, and Larry Swider, who has really rooted 3 kicks so far. Doesn't quite get all this one. Doesn't get it to turnover. Fellows handles at the 33. Penalty marker's already dropped. Fellows gets back to the 43-yard line. Dallas 43. Stopped by Jim Obradovich, but a penalty marker went down quickly.
Well, that's the first one we've had in the kicking game. It seems usually there's always one of those flags on every kick. Sure, it'll go against Dallas. That'll be hold or blocked from behind. One of those things. They like those. We see the officials here. You know, if they call, like the first penalty, they throw the flag. The second one, they throw their hat. The third one, they throw that beanbag.
Number 55 on the return. First down.
And if it really gets serious, they throw the microphone down.
Well, only the referee has a microphone. I think they'd have to borrow something from one of the other guys.
There in the Shrine game. Right here, it's 6-0 Dallas over Tampa Bay. White gives to Springs. Springs tries to get to the weak side. Doesn't. Stopped by Leroy Selman. For an update now, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Pat, rookie Darren Nelson of the Vikings has not had a sensational year, but he rips off a neat 14-yarder here against Atlanta, and Minnesota could be on its way as they get near midfield. Let's go back to Pat Summerall and John Madden.
At Texas Stadium, it's 6-0 Dallas. 2nd down and 8. Dallas ball at their own 35-yard line. 11:50 left to play in the first half. Drew Pearson goes in motion. Penalty markers again. Try to set up a quick screen out to Pearson. Nothing doing. Hugh Green out there quickly. What an athlete he is.
I think David Logan moved. Oh, maybe they both moved. But I did see Logan move the nose tackle for Tampa Bay.
I don't know if there's a problem with Herbert Scott as far as injury is concerned, but he's been replaced in the offensive line by Howard Richards, an offensive left guard.
We thought we would see Howard Richards today, but we thought we'd see him at right guard for Kurt Peterson.
Dave Logan looking over at the sideline to John McKay clapping his hands.
Illegal shift. Number 89. Offense.
Illegal shift.
3rd down.
Dupree.
I think we have it there. Now Billy Joe Dupree is number 89 there. See, he moves forward, but it looked like Logan moved also. See, the reason they call it illegal shift is that the tight end can set, can move, and then set again. But he doesn't set again, and it's an illegal shift.
It has to be set for 1 second. Here's White. Pearson has it. Drew Pearson out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 32. The punch receiver, 35 yards from White to Pearson.
That's one of those things against the double zone. See it from here in the shotgun. Danny White sees Pearson, hits him between the short guy and the deep guy. You see Neil Colsey, number 20, didn't get over deep. See right there, there's the short man there, Norris Thomas. The deep one was Neil Colsey, and White hit Drew Pearson right between the two of them.
Cowboys all-time leading receiver, Drew Pearson, free agent from Tulsa. Here's Dorsett barreling inside the 30 to the 28. Dave Logan made the stop. Again, now let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Pat, the running of Darren Nelson helped Tommy Kramer's passing game. Here's a touchdown for the Vikings, 36 yards to Sammy White, and now Minnesota leads Atlanta 10-7. Let's go back to Pat and John.
Tony Dorsett limping off the field, number 33, replaced by Timmy Newsome. Dorsett seems to have a problem with one of his feet. Newsome has been red hot. Not Dorsett yet. But Newsome can get the job done. Springs is the near back. End around to Dupree. Gets away from Logan. Bounces off one tackler. Leroy Selman finally takes him to the ground after a short game.
Well, he had a good block out in front there by Howard Richards, but Selman sneaked in. Watch the left guard of the Cowboys. See, he did a spinner. He started to the right, spun to the left. He's leading. He gets a good block out there, but Leroy Selman gets to Billy Joe Dupree before Billy Joe Dupree gets to the good block.
So that'll make it 3rd and 6. Ball at the Tampa Bay 28-yard line. Running just over 10 minutes left to play in the first half. 6-0 Dallas. From the shotgun. Here's the pitch. Ball gets away from White. Picked off in the air by Hugh Green, and he's gone. Buccaneers will have the lead. Never seen that one before. That could be the effect of the thumb.
Great play by Hugh Green, just picking that ball out of midair. Hey, that ball just slipped out of Danny White's right hand.
Hugh Green went 60 yards with it. A fumble recovery picked off in the air.
Let's watch this. We'll see Hugh Green, number 53. He's coming on the rush. Danny White, that ball just slipped out of his hand. He started to pick it up to throw it. You know, the same thing happened 2 weeks ago to Danny White in the Philadelphia game. But that one could be the result of the thumb and not being able to get that good, strong grip on the ball. Hugh Green had a good, strong grip on it.
He sure did. Capece extra point puts the Buccaneers ahead 7-6. This is the way they've done it all year. Again, all 5 of their victories have 37. Jeff Davis, who's done a good job on special teams, made to stop the turnover so far.
There it is. You see, they've each had one, but Tampa Bay has the biggest thing. Dallas had a turnover. Tampa Bay got 7 points out of that turnover. When they gave the turnover, then the Cowboys only got 3 points out of it.
Buccaneers have 3 players in this year's Pro Bowl. One of them, Hugh Green. They are very glad they took him as their number 1 choice a year ago. The other 2, by the way, are Jimmy Giles, the tight end, and Leroy Selman. Dorsett is back in the action. Cosby goes in motion. White drops the throw quickly. Throws intended for Cosby. That could have been picked off. Intended for Billy Joe Dupree. Beg your pardon. The other tight end. Pro Bowlers, 7 from Dallas, the most of any NFC team. Dorsett, White, Donovan Brudig, Ed Jones, Randy White, and Everson Walls, and the 3 I just mentioned from Tampa Bay.
That's the amazing story. That last guy there, Everson Walls, being a free agent, starting last year, and going to the Pro Bowl for his 2nd year in a row. He's an amazing athlete.
There's Scott Brantley getting a little breather over on the sideline. Richard Wood has taken his place. Bucs still go with a regular defensive lineup on 2nd and long. White trying to set up the screen, gets away from Logan for a while. Now goes down. Logan and Cecil Johnson and Dave Stahl. Now again, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Pat, that, they are fired up at the Metrodome. Watch number 55, Scott Studwell on the blitz, and he takes Steve Bartkowski down, and the Vikes are alive. They lead it by 3. Back now to Pat Summerall and John Madden.
Let's look at that last sack. That's the third one.
Here we'll see David Logan. It's supposed to be a screen. See, a short one. He's trying to get it out there to his left. He can't do it. There's Logan. Jumped up in front of him. Caused it. Quite scrambled. Now watch Logan. He stays with him. Comes up from behind and puts him on his back. That was a great play and great hustle.
Third down. White goes deep. Splits Johnson. He hangs on and maybe has the first down. He's very close. A juggling catch by Johnson. 23-yard gain.
Johnson says he has a first down. I think he was given a California quake out there. Watch him. He starts out. He just knows where that first down marker is. Darn near lost the ball, and he was right on that marker. But I'll tell you where it all starts. It all starts down here. Let's watch the pass protection there. Pat Donovan against Selman doing a good job giving Danny White time.
That's the key to passing success. Pitch back to Dorsett. He skates to the outside and gets about 5. Leroy Selman, the first Buck to make contact, number 63.
Here's Tom Landry. He's giving Billy Joe Dupree a play there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's another run. You know, Tom seemed it seemed very important to him yesterday when he's talking to us that he wants to run the ball today.
Well, part of that, I'm sure, is because of the injury to Danny White. Partly is because he just wants to get back to where the running game was as effective as it was early in the year. Logan is out. Second down. 4. Pearson's the man in motion. Here's another running play to Spring. Spring's near a first down. Might be a half-yard shy.
Well, I knew that would be a running play. Sometimes you can look at a coach on the sideline. Just tell by his facial experience, expression, that determination, that look that he has. You know, when he gets that tough, mean look, it's like, I'm going to run the ball right at him.
Even Landry?
Yeah. He had, on that second down call, he had that tough look. This one, he's looking at a play. He has to find out what he has to go. Doesn't have anything to go. He has first and 10.
So expressions might change now. Tony Hill brings Landry's wishes in. First down, Dallas at their own 48. Tampa Bay leading by 1. A 60-yard return of a fumble by Hugh Green. Puts the Bucs on top after the extra point by Capece. Tampa Bay leads, and still they have not made a first down.
That's amazing.
Dorsett goes deep. White. Throw. Hill. First down. Hope. Chases him out of bounds. 14-yard first down pass.
Let's watch Tony Hill on this again. You know, they talk about athletes and athletic moves, great athletes. I don't know what they are, but watch this move. He slips, falls down, one hand goes down, bounces back up, locates the ball in space, catches it, and gets a first down. That's a lot of stuff on one play. Whew.
Keep in mind that Tampa Bay's secondary is really in a rebuilt state. 3 out of the 4 are playing in strange position. 2 guys who were starting didn't make the trip. Here's Dorsett trying to get outside. He tripped over Cosby. Hugh Green finally arrived to make sure he stayed down.
Well, old Doug Cosby didn't get out of the hole. That's the first thing we used to always teach blockers when they pull or they lead, is to get in and get out of the hole.
Dorsett shaken up a bit once more.
Let's watch it from here. We'll see. See now, Cosby right there. You see him? He was right in the hole. Dorsett didn't have to have any place to run. You got to get out and get out of there.
He had a tough job because he was blocking on Hugh Green. 7-6 Bucs. In his eye, should be okay. Bucs have shut him down pretty well so far. Timmy Newsome is still in the game. Second down, 10 at the 38. White going for a punch. Tony Hill, the intended receiver. Incomplete. He turned the wrong way. Norris Thomas back there with him. Neil Colsey as well.
Norris Thomas looked like he just misjudged that ball because it really was more to Norris Thomas than it was thrown to Tony Hill.
Tony Hill jogs back. Woods Johnson comes into the huddle with the play.
Watch number 41, Norris Thomas here. Watch him. The ball's thrown more to him than Tony Hill, and he did misjudge it. He jumped too soon. Had he waited, he knows it. See, he clapped those hands like that and said, oh, heck. But he waited just a split second. That would have been an interception in the end zone.
Tampa Bay, the #1 defensive team in the NFC. Cowboys #2 on offense. That's your matchup. Picked off. Buccaneers come up with the interception. This is Mark Cotney. Cotney to the 40. Cotney still down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 27. Drew Pearson caught him from behind. But the Buccaneers back in good shape after the 49-yard return by Mark Cotney.
I'll tell you, Mark Cotney got a great jump on that ball. He wasn't in the position, but did he make a quick move at the end? Let's watch Tony Hill here. He's number 8. He's coming inside. Now watch Cotney right there. He waited, and then he jumped right in front of Hill. But now watch who catches him from behind. Who do you think it is? Tony Hill, I bet. Where is he? Cotney looks like he's going to score. And it was Drew Pearson who caught him from behind.
Pass was intended for Pearson. And he caught Cotney from behind. He started for 6 years for the Buccaneers. Lost his job this year. And now comes up with that clutch interception. Handoff. Wilder. A couple of yards. Harvey Martin made the stop. There is Mark Cotney, who just came up with the interception.
Looks more like a linebacker, huh? Get that beard, the mustache, that eyes.
That's the way he played.
Good sweat. Look, good sweat, hair down.
Very good. Especially good sweat for January.
Oh, I like that.
2nd and 7, 5:50 left to play second quarter. Carver goes in motion. Giles pitches back to Wilder. Wilder rumbles for a Tampa Bay first down before Ed Jones takes him out of bounds with help from Benny Barnes. There's Danny White. Playing, as you know, with a bad thigh, a bad thumb, a bad tooth, and an appetite.
I'll tell you, the thing that's probably bothering him more than any of those things, the fact that the Cowboys are down 7-6, and the Buccaneers have the ball going for another score.
And they just got their first down of the day. It's at the Dallas 13 when they start. Melvin Carter stopped by Brunig and Hegman.
Hegman came all the way across the field to make that stop. One thing against the Cowboys with that flex defense is you don't gain a lot of yards rushing. We'll see it here from the ground level. We see they're trying to get to the outside. Hegman coming across and making a tackle. Put a few other guys in there. Bob Brunig was in there. All the linebackers were in there.
Devin House split out wide to the right. Theo Bell to the left. Harper comes in motion. Williams drops. Blitz is on. Ball bounces incomplete, intended for Melvin Carter. Those of you who've been watching Minnesota and Atlanta, welcome to Texas Stadium, where the Buccaneers of Tampa lead 7-6 over Dallas, and the Buccaneers are down close again. Pat Summerall here with John Madden. You look now at Randy White tying his shoes. I don't know how he does that with those hands taped like that.
Well, the only other alternative is to have someone else tape them and their hands are taped. Go out.
Time remaining first half, 4:25. The pass incompletion stopped the clock. Here's Williams under pressure. Williams almost sacked, finally gets rid of it. Intended in the end zone for Gerald Carter. Back there with him, Ron Fellows on defense. Dexter Kinsdale put the heat on Williams, and he still has not completed a pass.
I'll tell you, but he saved a lot of field position for the Buccaneers and Bill Capece. He's so big and he's so strong and so tough to bring down that the Cowboys were saying yesterday that's the biggest problem with Doug Williams. No about that 0-9, but I'll tell you, he made a big play there and saved a lot of field position.
So the punter, Larry Swider, will hold, and Bill Capece will try the field goal, from 32 yards out. He had a good year. Capece hits it, and that makes it 10-6. Tampa Bay over Dallas. They have taken advantage of a couple of breaks. Bucs have in a lead in spite of the fact that they've only made one first down. Takes a lot of strength just to throw it that far, backing up like that. Here's the piece. Fellows at the 10. Looking for someplace to go. Breaks out of the pack momentarily, gets out to the 25. Penalty marker down. Comparing the quarterbacks so far, not an outstanding day for either. White 10 out of 22 with the one interception. Williams still hasn't completed one. He should have had a couple that should have been caught. 0 out of 9. Offside Tampa Bay.
Well, what the Cowboys could do is take the penalty,
Kicking team decline.
have them kick it over again, or decline it and take the ball right there. What they're going to do is take it there. Now, again, we'll see if we can see the offsides here, but none of those 10 guys running can be in front of that line before the ball's kicked. Must have been one.
I didn't see one. Capece, as all soccer-style kickers do, have their foot in front of the ball, their left foot, and they kick it. White, Hill, Pearson. First down, 38. 13-yard gain again. Let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Now we want to update the condition now of Bartkowski. He'll serve up an interception here for the Falcons. Turner picks it off for the Vikings. Now Bartkowski has to come down and make the tackle. He's injured on the play, but an update is he's all right. He will return to action. Let's go back now to Pat and John.
The action here at Texas Stadium has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with one first down, but the lead 10-6. With 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Away from one, throws, pass caught by Billy Joe Dupree. Maybe 8-yard gain. Richard Wood made the stop.
There was a lot of stuff going on in that play. We'll watch Billy Joe Dupree come across, but while he was doing that, there was a fake reverse. Hugh Green, number 53, is man-to-man on Dupree. Now, Dupree had to get away from Hugh Green, run into the umpire, knock him out of the way, and then get by another linebacker to get across there to catch that play.
And then Hugh Green had to run into the umpire. Straight ahead. Springs with leg power. Gets the first down. Stopped by Dave Logan.
I'll tell you, of those officials' jobs, the toughest one is that umpire. He's right behind that defensive line. Whew, he get it.
And with all the multiple sets and shifting and motion that goes on today, it's become a more difficult job.
I know it, and he doesn't know what to do, whether to stand there and catch those things or to step up into it. A lot of times he makes the wrong decision. There he is over the ball now. See that?
You just saw one of those wrong decisions. Here's White on first down. Throwing. Pass is deflected, intended for Drew Pearson. Deflected by the linebacker, Andy Hawkins. I don't think there's any question about the fact that he's not throwing as well as he normally does. It is 10-6. Tampa Bay over Dallas, and we'll return to Texas Stadium after this word from...
He said he would go back and coach the Rams if he could be the head coach and general manager. Well, you never know. A lot of coaching team, a lot of stuff happening in that coaching deal. Whew, glad I'm out of it.
Sure, Brennan Earl will discuss that with Chuck. Here's Danny White on second and 10. Throwing, hitting Drew Pearson. Pearson inside the 30. Knocked down by Norris Thomas. 21-yard gain.
Danny White isn't playing as well as he has been, but that's a heck of a throw there as we watch it again. He does have time, but he throws this, watch right here, between 4 defenders. 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th one right there. He found Drew Pearson in the middle of 4 orange jerseys.
Dallas has taken a timeout, so they have 2 left. Drew Pearson looks a little winded at the moment. 2 left.
Do they sometimes?
Well, you think back to the regular season meeting between these 2 teams when the Bucs had almost 400 yards and the Cowboys had about 140, and Dallas still won the game.
That was because the Bucs, they were inside the 5-yard line 4 times and couldn't score a touchdown.
Right now, it's a first down at the 30 of Tampa Bay. Minute 37 left to play first half. White drops quickly. Protection's good. Cosby over his head. Back close by. Cosby appeared to have a step.
Looked like he had a step. The one thing, the Tampa Bay defense, they play a lot of zone. They keep those people deep. See, now Colsey is deep there. He's in front of Cosby, has Cosby in front of him. And I'll tell you, Colsey came closer to catching that ball than Cosby did. Colsey could catch it with one hand like I tried to teach him when he used to play for me. Would have been an interception.
He was saying yesterday that really, although he's playing free safety today, it really is not a new position for him. He'd been a strong safety, but he played that spot when he was at Miami after he left Oakland.
And free safety is his best position anyway.
So it's 2nd and 10, and White will drop again. Quickly. Inside the 20, and once again, this time it's Tony Hill. First down, Dallas.
Norris Thomas, number 41, just gave too much cushion on that. On 3rd down, when they have 10 yards to go, you have to get a little tighter. You see the room Hill has? See, there's Thomas, 41. He gave him too much room. Here's the fumble earlier. That's how they got the 1 touchdown.
Just slipped out of his hand as we come back live, and White this time has a lot of time. Steps up into the pocket, throws, and overthrows Tony Hill. If he had run with the football, he had a chance to get into the blue by himself.
You know, that's the 2nd or 3rd time in this game that I felt Danny White could have run with the ball and chosen not to.
This time he had a lot of room in front of him. Perhaps we see it better from here than he does from there.
A lot easier up here, and I think knowing he had first down, he probably said he would just throw that one away. I saw Tom Landry send in Tony Dorsett with a play this time, and you might think Tony Dorsett may get the ball on this play.
He will be the lone setback as Springs goes out. They operate now with 2 tight ends. There's White. Outside Cosby. Cosby bangs for Dallas, first down to the 5. John Holt knocked him out of bounds, but it'll be 1st and goal, Dallas.
Tony Dorsett went in, only 1 back in the backfield. You see good pass protection here. White finds Cosby out to his left, all alone. Another big cushion there where Cosby had all kinds of room. 1 to catch the ball, and then 2 to take it up for about another 7 or 8 yards.
John Holt made the tackle. John Holt is hurt. Limping off the field. His place has been taken by Dwayne Osteen. The Bucs call a timeout in order for Holt to get off the field. And there's Dwayne Osteen. Pearson swings in motion. Gets past White out to the left. White takes. Rolls to his right. Throws to Springs. Touchdown Dallas. Danny White's pass to Ron Springs.
It's a real option play. We'll see Danny White fake here. Then he runs out to the right. Now he has three options. Springs short, Crosby deep, and of course the third he could have run it himself. Looked like all three of them were open, but the best one was the one to Ron Springs. Let's watch it from the end zone. We see the fake here. Flow, short guy Ron Springs. Crosby was deep, and of course he could have run.
Springs jumped over Jeff Davis to score the touchdown, and Dallas has the lead 13-10. Deep to Owens. Owens from 2 yards deep in his own end zone comes out. Gets back to the 16. And there he is, hammered down by Ron Fellows. 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
I would think with 30 seconds to go here that the Buccaneers, with this poor field position, will probably just elect to keep the ball on the ground and let the clock run out if the Cowboys let them do that.
And with only 2 timeouts remaining, they probably will let them do that. From their own 17, Doug Williams drops the throw, fakes, throw. Pass complete to Giles. That's his first completion of the day. And the tight end, Jimmy Giles. Anthony Dickerson on the stop.
So much for the predictions as to what.
Williams. Intended for Wilder. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock now with 21 seconds left to play.
Now, with a third down play, if Tampa Bay doesn't make a first down, I'm sure the Cowboys will elect to take the timeout. Maybe go for a block on a punt and take a shot at themselves if they don't get it.
Gordon Jones checks in quickly. I'm sure that John McKay has all those thoughts that were just mentioned in his mind, with help from his offensive coordinator, Bill Nelson. Third 3. Pitches back to Wilder. Wilder rumbles outside the 50 into Dallas territory before he's tripped up by Randy White.
Kevin House just boom, just straight down the field. Maybe throw a shot to him.
So you think end zone?
I think so.
House comes out wide to the left. Now House goes in motion and heads upfield. Williams looking in that direction and throws to Kevin House. Misses him. Rod Hill was the defender who was back there with him. Doug Williams, who's completed that one pass to Giles for an 8-yard gain, and that's it. 8 seconds left to play first half. Jones comes into Williams, tells him what McKay wants. Gerald Carter and Kevin House also in the contest. House goes to the right this time, and Giles is over there too. Don't forget about him. He can run. Dallas does not show blitz, and they do not blitz. They don't need to. Williams has to throw it to the ground in the direction of Wilder, but Harvey Martin and Randy White really put the heat on Doug Williams.
Doug Williams bought one more play on this one, though, because he knows with 8 seconds to go, no timeouts, if he gets sacked right here by Harvey Martin, it would be over. By getting rid of the ball, throwing it out of bounds, he bought this play. With 4 seconds left, the Buccaneers only have one more play, so they'll have to go for the end zone.
The alley-oop type to throw it up for grabs and hope that one of my guys comes down with it in the end zone, maybe. Not true. This is Wilder. Wilder bangs down to the 20. Stopped finally by Bob Trinnick. That'll take care of the first half as Wilder rambles for 25 yards. But as they head for the locker rooms at the end of the first half, it's Tampa Bay 10,